safe streets, vibrant neighborhoods, successful business and commerce. These are things that make a healthy community. We are a diverse community, rural, suburban, urban, a multitude of languages and ethnicities, ages and experiences. We are a collaborative community. Public-private partnerships make us a model community that others want to follow. It is what makes us unique. It is what makes us strong. The employees of Kent County reflect our diversity and seek to serve our communities.
People in this county, in this area, we wrap our arms around each other. We come together to collaborate, to solve problems. We're all working for the good of the whole. And I think that's wonderful. And you can see it. You can see it as you drive around Kent County.
Our impact starts the day a baby is born and a birth certificate is issued, to protecting children from deadly diseases through vaccination, to the public safety and justice provided by law enforcement and the courts, to offering veteran services and caring for the elderly. Every day we work to keep our communities robust.
I think if you are somebody who's interested in serving your community, in building a strong knowledge base and a good group of people to work with, then the county is one of your best employment opportunities out there. It's been completely rewarding in every way I could possibly explain for 26 years, and I feel like I grow every single day still today.
Leading these dedicated employees, our 19-member Board of Commissioners and our County Administrator Controller, along with our elected officials and appointed department directors, placing emphasis on civic involvement, quality housing, vibrant neighborhoods, and strong, solid infrastructure to allow businesses to thrive. Professional, dedicated, collaborative, and innovative.
Behind the scenes, collaboration between foundations, charitable organizations, nonprofits, for-profit businesses, public sector demonstrated through the county, the city of Grand Rapids, the townships, all the cities and the villages in our area. If we don't come together, then we will not have the strength that we have today, and I only hope to build upon that.
Our aim is to make our communities the best they can be. We are involved in exciting development projects, sustainable recycling programs, and creative progressive prevention programming. We partner with elected officials, impacting policy ideas that become great achievements. We seek opportunities to reach out into the community and offer our services to help our residents make Kent County thrive.
Our relationship is solid, both from a staff standpoint at the county level as well as the Board of Commissioners. And they understand what we do and the benefits that we can do for the community, and vice versa. We couldn't do what we do without the help of Kent County.
While most of us are busy running our lives, Kent County's elected officials, administrator controller, and over 1,600 employees are serving the communities where we live our lives, so we can all have a place we are proud to call home. Kent County, its life well run.
Item E. Yep. Okay, we will pull item E. Anything else? Okay, seeing none, all those approve of the consent agenda pulling item E, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And then we will go to item E from the consent agenda. Commissioner Hennessy?
Well, I'll ask questions on both items. Information technology, I just was looking, for a little bit more explanation given the scope of the project and what it takes to maintain our Access Kent website and the management of it. The parks contract here for removing and replacing a parking lot at Dwight Lydell Park. I was really curious why there was such a discrepancy in the low bid versus the four other higher bids. There was more than $100,000 difference, and I was just curious about that.
So Cal, do you want to start with both those items?
I will take a shot at both of them. I'm going to start with answering your second question first on the parks. When we look at our bids, we always look for the same thing, and we recognize that as well. although I don't necessarily know why vendors price the way they do. What we did is we looked at this as far as the low bid, and what we see on it is, one, is they're right in the ballpark of the engineer projection of that project, so that was one sign that they were right there. The second thing we looked at is, do we know the bidder? And the bidder we know very well. This particular company is very familiar with parks type work. They had 3 projects last year. One of them was quite significant, so we have a lot of confidence in the low bidder. And then finally, we have a performance and payment bond on this contract as well. That's a surety of full payment for this project. So we're confident that that's going to happen, although I can't specifically answer why there's such a large spread. It is in the ballpark.
Good, thank you. I really appreciate your explanation.
And then could you ask the first question again, and I'll take a shot at that one. What was your first question again about?
My first question was just for an overall explanation. It's $996,000 over a 3-year contract, but just a general explanation of that one and the extension.
Okay. Last we bid this project was in 2013. It was a proposal, but the county website is an incredibly complex operation. To give you an idea, the contractor on this in this contract is 2.5 people, 2 full-time and 1 half-time people that operate the county website. We have a project manager, a web developer, and a contact manager that operate the county website. Just to put in context the complexity of our website, last time we did a proposal on it, there was 15 different softwares that run the website. There were 8 different websites that are maintained by this website, 2 credit card processing softwares, and just 50 online services, all provided by the county website. So very, very complex, with many and many pages as well that operates the program. When Craig and I spoke about the extension on it, last time we did it, we had limited response, and today's market is very competitive for IT type people. And so to keep the consistency of our website, keep this website going, which is incredibly important for county operations, and considering the workload of our IT with the financial installs right now, we are recommending to you that we go ahead and extend it and continue with the service, because we have high confidence that it will work very well.
Was it actually bid out, or did you decide to stay with, because of the complexity of the operation, just stay with the current contractor?
We have periodically, we've done it as a request for proposal, and the last time we did the proposal was in 2013, and so this is an extension of that agreement.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Commissioner Talon.
Thank you, Kate. Just a follow-up. Does this imply or suggest that there will not be a major redesign of the website? It will basically continue for 3 years? It does not. I see a head shaking behind you.
No,
So they could redesign it over this period of 3 years?
It's actually going to be done this year.
I thought I had heard something about that. That's why I was curious. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions on the bids? Okay, with that, we'll need a motion.
So moved.
And is there support?
Support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Let's go ahead and go to then item 3, which is from the sheriff. Darrell?
This is a request to recommend to the board to appropriate $120,800 from the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs to the 2017 Sheriff Medical Marijuana Budget Special Projects Fund, contingent upon award and execution of a contract. The Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, Bureau of Professional Licensing Division, annually grants the Michigan Medical Marijuana Operation and Oversight Grant to county law enforcement offices as authorized by the Michigan Medical Marijuana Act. The purpose of the grant is to provide funding to law enforcement agencies within each county to be used for education, communication, and enforcement of the act. The award grant funds amount to $180,080, and there is no county match required. The funds will be used to purchase a pickup truck, police cruiser utility train vehicle and equipment. The grant period is January 1 through September 15th of 2017.
So moved.
Is there support?
Support.
Thank you. So, questions, discussions on this one?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
What's marijuana?
That's how it's spelled in the act,
So this is pot.
yes.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, Commissioner Antor, you have a question?
Yes. As far as the funding is coming from the state, do you know in what form it comes? Is this coming out of the general fund budget, or is this money that's collected fees from applicants? Or
These are fees from applicants that are collected, and then they are creating a pool, and each county has a certain proportion of that pool that they're able to apply for a grant for.
Okay, thanks, Michelle. And I also, to that end, if a county does not have one of these facilities within its boundaries, are they still contributing, do you know, or does every county have?
Every county has some allotment. It's a proportionate distribution for the state.
Yeah, so this would be from the people who are actually applying for the applications to grow medical marijuana. They would
Yes.
be paying for this, basically.
It's part of their licensing cost, yes.
Is there any thought, or has there been any thought of having, I guess you call them DTOs, the drug trafficking organizations, that are illegal? Do they use any money from them to help?
We use their money in different ways.
Okay.
That's the seizure funds, and then we do quite a bit of that with Kent County. We'll take that seizure, and after it gets from the court, we're able to use those funds for law enforcement purposes. We often, in fact, we finance 2 of our drug enforcement officers
Okay.
on that money.
And then one, just real quickly, I see the equipment that you guys will be, or are allowed to purchase, the trucks, the new police cars, and so on and so forth. Will those be used exclusively within this, or can they be used?
They can be used for general purposes,
Okay.
but they have to have a drug nexus to them. So I'll just explain a little bit, like a pickup truck, for example. A lot of these grow operations are in the back 40 of people's property. We have a difficult time getting back to some of these locations to seize the plants or some of the equipment that are used. So we need that utility vehicle for the truck for that. Like the police cruiser is actually going to be our K9 cruiser, and it's a Tahoe. And so it will help us transport the drug dogs to go around and help develop probable cause for these cases.
Okay.
So every one of these things will have a drug nexus to it.
Okay, thanks, Michelle.
Commissioner Morgan?
Thanks. Michelle, is this going to be standalone, or it's going to be coordinated with the drug enforcement?
It will
Team?
be used by our KNOT team. That's who will use most of the equipment, with the exception of the Tahoes, and the Tahoe will be used by the K9 officers.
Commissioner Hennessy?
I see it's to be used for education, communication, and enforcement. You spoke a minute ago about the enforcement part. Could you address how this also enhances education and communication?
You know, specifically, we have a large number of programs that deal with the education and communication to our community. We try to augment these programs, like, for example, that K9 program does most of our education throughout the county. We take it to all kinds of different sites. We'll take it to schools, and although there'll be some enforcement opportunity at the school, most of it is educating the students. Most of it's getting an opportunity to talk to the students and talk to them about issues related to drugs or anything else that we might want to talk to a student about. So our K9 program is one of the best community relations, communication program we can have, and this Tahoe will benefit that dramatically. But again, our entire team is used on a regular basis for educational opportunities. They do talks in front of students, they do talks in front of parents, they make presentations throughout our community. Not too long ago, we made a couple community presentations regarding heroin. So the whole program is used that way.
That's the drug that's involved right now.
Yes, Commissioner Womack.
Yes, when you look at the median age of prisoners in the Kent County Jail, and you're talking about the education that you do amongst the schools, what kind of education is there out there concerning this for ages 17 to 34?
Well, specifically in our jail, we do a significant number of education programs. In fact, almost everybody who's sentenced to jail, who is going to be there for some length of time, is eligible for a program to help transition them back into the community and give them some life skills that make them a healthy, happy member of our community and allow them to better contribute to the overall good of the community.
Do they have a name of that, for that program?
We have several. So there's a life skills program. That's probably the one that is the most significant. There's also some programs that have opportunities for people with some addiction issues. So it kind of depends on what the profile is of the person who's sentenced to jail. And even our pretrial inmates are eligible for some programming, whether it be high school equivalency or GED or whatever it is that is in the right niche for that person.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Just to clarify what Commissioner Womack just asked, would this funding touch those programs? No. So this funding does not impact those programs?
Nope.
Okay. Are there any other questions? All right, seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. We'll go on to agenda item number 4 from the treasurer. Darrell?
This is a request to recommend to the board to approve a resolution authorizing the city of Grand Rapids to collect 2017 winter taxes under $100 with the 2017 summer taxes under authority of state law. The state law provides local tax collecting units the option of accelerating certain millages from the winter tax collection levy to the summer tax collection levy if the tax and other amounts billed total $100 or less. The City of Grand Rapids levies 1.3393 mils as part of the winter property tax collection and will have over 60,000 tax bills that could be collected as part of the 2017 summer tax levy. The Grand Rapids City Commission, under authority of the law, has authorized the accelerated collection in July of 2017 of the property tax amounts that will total $100 or less per individual tax bill, and that would be otherwise collected as part of the December 2017 tax levy. The accelerated tax collection will save the City of Grand Rapids the costs and expenses associated with preparing, mailing, and collecting certain 2017 winter tax bills. The city has requested that pursuant to state law, the Board of Commissioners approve a resolution authorizing the collection in July of 2017 of the property tax amounts that will total $100 or less per individual tax bill that would otherwise be collected as part of the December tax levy. This request is for 1 year, as state law provides that all requests be made annually.
Okay, is there a motion to approve?
I'll move it.
Okay, thank you. Is there a second?
Support.
Okay. Discussion, questions? Yes, Commissioner Hennessy.
We've done this before, but I know we have. But the summer tax bill is just so high, and for some people, just to have $100 or less deferred to that and added to that summer tax bill, that's what this does, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It just, things have moved so much, so it's just one tax period where you're paying, and I think it makes it hard for a lot of people. I have some real qualms, and the city adds a 1% administrative fee, and you're going to pay that no matter what. So I have some trouble with this one.
Hey, did you want Ken to address some thoughts on that?
Sure.
Or Ken, our treasurer is here, the county treasurer.
Thank you, Madam Chair. You make a very good point, Commissioner Hennessy. However, not every bill is going to be $100. It could be $5. It could be $12. They have bills that small that go out in the wintertime. So I know 2 years ago when they did this they didn't do it last year because of the uncertainty revolving around the zoo museum millage. So because they rightfully figured that if it passes, we're going to have to send everybody another bill anyway. So they didn't do this shift last year. But 2 years ago, I believe the estimate was that the city saved $60,000 by not having to send all those bills. The other component to this is particularly for those that have had it in the city in the past where the bill has shifted, we see an awful lot of very small amount bills that get returned delinquent because they thought they've paid their taxes already. Once they return delinquent, then we start incurring costs. They start incurring, interest and penalty on those as well. So while I understand and respect the idea that we don't want to pile on to taxpayers, that was why it was limited to $100. The legislature felt that given the size of tax bills in general, $100 being added to one and then not having to deal with it in the wintertime was a fair trade-off. So I am simply championing this through the county process on behalf of my friend, the Grand Rapids City Treasurer, John Glebensky, and would encourage you to support it.
Thank you. Are there any other questions or comments? All right, seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. That brings us on to miscellaneous. Is there any Commissioner Finance Committee miscellaneous this morning? All right, seeing none, we'll adjourn the meeting to our next meeting date, February 21st, 2017 at 8:30.
Safe streets, vibrant neighborhoods, successful business and commerce. These are things that make a healthy community. We are a diverse community, rural, suburban, urban. A multitude of languages and ethnicities, ages and experiences. We are a collaborative community. Public-private partnerships make us a model community that others want to follow. It is what makes us unique. It is what makes us strong. The employees of Kent County reflect our diversity and seek to serve our communities.
People in this county, in this area, we wrap our arms around each other. We come together to collaborate, to solve problems. We're all working for the good of the whole. And I think that's wonderful. And you can see it. You can see it as you drive around Kent County.
Our impact starts the day a baby is born and a birth certificate is issued, to protecting children from deadly diseases through vaccination, to the public safety and justice provided by law enforcement and the courts, to offering veterans services and caring for the elderly. Every day we work to keep our communities robust.
I think if you are somebody who's interested in serving your community, in building a strong knowledge base and a good group of people to work with, then the county is one of your best employment opportunities out there. It's been completely rewarding in every way I could possibly explain for 26 years, and I feel like I grow every single day still today.
Leading these dedicated employees, our 19-member Board of Commissioners and our County Administrator Controller, along with our elected officials and appointed department directors, placing emphasis on civic involvement, quality housing, vibrant neighborhoods, and strong, solid infrastructure to allow businesses to thrive. Professional, dedicated, collaborative, and innovative.
Behind the scenes, collaboration between foundations, charitable organizations, nonprofits, for-profit businesses, public sector demonstrated through the county, the city of Grand Rapids, the townships, all the cities and the villages in our area. If we don't come together, then we will not have the strength that we have today, and I only hope to build upon that.
Our aim is to make our communities the best they can be. We are involved in exciting development projects, sustainable recycling programs, and creative progressive prevention programming. We partner with elected officials impacting policy ideas that become great achievements. We seek opportunities to reach out into the community and offer our services to help our residents make Kent County thrive.
Our relationship is solid, both from a staff standpoint at the county level as well as the Board of Commissioners. And they understand what we do and the benefits that we can do for the community, and vice versa. We couldn't do what we do without the help of Kent County.
While most of us are busy running our lives, Kent County's elected officials, administrator controller, and over 1,600 employees are serving the communities where we live our lives, so we can all have a place we are proud to call home. Kent County, its life well run.